Hi guys, good evening and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be discussing what I thought of the first two episodes of season 4 of the the hilarious animated series on Paramount Plus, Star Trek Lower Decks. It dropped its first two episodes of its newest season this past Thursday. I was unavailable to watch it as I was at the movies wasting my time with The Nun 2. But that's another video that I uploaded to this channel. You can watch my review of that here. Spoiler alert, it's not a pleasant review. Anyway, since I was at the movies watching that film, I missed the premiere of this show, and I finally had a chance earlier tonight to watch the first two episodes of Lower Decks Season 4, and I really liked them a lot, and I've got a lot to say about it. Now, before I get into all of that, of course, please be warned, like most of my episode reviews, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you haven't seen Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4 premiere quite yet, if you haven't seen the first or second episode, or maybe you've just seen the first episode but not the second, you do not want to keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's get right back into it. So, a couple of big reveals. Number one, our ensigns are no longer ensigns. I mean, Rutherford got promoted in the second episode, but, still, all of our characters are now lieutenant grade, I think. It's still pretty low on the ladder, but they're slightly above an ensign, so they have 2 pips now instead of 1. So they're all still pretty low at the ladder, as Boimler pointed out. So they're all still technically lower decks, but none of them are ensigns anymore. They're all junior lieutenants, I believe is the term, I think, or lieutenant grade. Anyway, the point is they're no longer ensigns. So that is a huge change, considering the title of the show is Lower Decks. But I'm sure there's still plenty of hilarious adventures and misadventures that lie ahead of them and whatnot, and challenges as well. Speaking of challenges, we may have gotten a glimpse at the new threats of the new season, which is apparently a mysterious ship with at least one life form aboard it that has now destroyed not only a Klingon ship, but a Romulan ship as well. The real bummer about the Klingon ship is that it was being captained by the once junior officer Klingon, who was in the hysterical and excellent episode that featured the lower decks across all of a bunch of different ships in the Federation and beyond the Federation. And this guy was like the lower decks equivalent on a Klingon ship. And now apparently he was captaining his own ship, but now he and all those other Klingons are sadly dead as a result of coming into contact with this mysterious life form in its mysterious ship, which seems to drain its target of all of its weapons and makes them useless, because that's what happened to the Klingons, and then later on it's what happened to the Romulans. Like, they go to open fire and their weapons are completely offline and drained of power, leaving them an open target for this mysterious person and this mysterious ship to basically blow to smithereens. So I'm sure the Cerritos will be encountering this ship later on in the season. Who or what it is, we have no idea. We know what the ship looks like, and we know there's at least one person or one life form on board, and no idea why they're going around randomly destroying other vessels, but I'm sure we'll find out in due time. So we got a glimpse at the new threat for the new season, and our characters have had pretty significant changes made to them as moving forward in the season and moving forward for the series as a whole. They seem to now be all first lieutenants, or is it did I say first lieutenant or lower lieutenant? It was basically the rank that's slightly above ensign. So good for all of them. Of course, Mariner, to no surprise, wasn't too thrilled about it, because she keeps trying to self-sabotage and get herself demoted every time she gets promoted or moves ahead. The others were more than happy to get promoted, but not Mariner, of course. And I gotta say, I think the funniest thing in the first two episodes here, because the first episode made me laugh, but the second episode probably had the moment that made me laugh the hardest, which was when Ransom got his new teeth after using his teeth to lure that creepy monster thing back into its cage aboard that floating zoo thing. And that was pretty funny, because he's trying to have a heartfelt conversation with Mariner, and his big giant molars are super distracting and super obvious as he's talking to her, and his teeth are like on full display. So that made me laugh. I also loved how they poked fun at the bizarre plot lines that the show Voyager had over the years. I've seen most of Voyager, or at least the first 2 or 3 seasons, and I was familiar with a couple of the bizarre storylines they were referring to and that there were Easter eggs for. So I'm not surprised that they had an episode that was inspired by the bizarre storylines of Voyager, like the combining 2 characters as 1 character, and of course then a bunch of hybrids being a result of that and whatnot. Oh, and it's great seeing the Vulcan girl again, now a member of the Lower Deck crew and a close associate. I wouldn't say a friend, but a close associate with Tendi as well. So it's great seeing her again, because she really made me laugh again in that excellent Lower Decks episode from season 2, I believe it was. So yeah, overall though, the season is off to a good start. It's funny, it's exciting, it's established a new path for our characters, you know, being promoted, and then it's established a new enemy or a new threat as well that I'm sure will come into play as the season goes along. But I'm excited and here for it. So I liked these first 2 episodes. They were great. And, you know, they make you laugh. They're engaging and they're exciting. And it's what makes Star Trek so damn good. You know, it's all those things combined. So, what did you guys think of the first 2 episodes of Season 4? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on them. Thank you so much for watching this review video. I hope you enjoyed the first 2 episodes as much as I did. What did you think of it? Don't forget to leave your thoughts down below in the comments section. Have a wonderful rest of your night and your weekend if I don't see you again. Star Trek Lower Decks is now back with new episodes dropping every Thursday on Paramount Plus. Have an awesome rest of your night, guys. Thanks for watching. And of course, until next time, live long and prosper.